My name is Katie, and today I am going to explain lesson 17, which is about improving your data model. So here we have our import dependencies like mongoose. So mongoose is required to work with MongoDB in a structured way. And then we have subscriber. So subscriber is imported from the local model file recipe f models subscriber.js over here, as we can see. And then we have the connecting to MongoDB over here. So, so the script establishes a connection to the local MongoDB database, like the URL pass over here. And then we have the new URL pass it through, so that options ensures their compatibility with the latest MongoDB drivers, and it also listens for the open over here event on the connection object when it logs a success message. And then we have creating a new subscriber where we created an instance. So this is a test subscriber instance that was created using the subscriber model with name, which is Katie, and then email, which is katie@gmail.com, and then the zip code is 12345. And when we go to the subscriber.js, we can see that this is how it works. So it's name, it's email, and zip code. And then we have the saving the subscriber. So over here we have the dot save method, and that is called on the test subscriber to store the subscriber into the database. And once it is saved, it logs the subscriber's information using the test subscriber dot get information. And assuming the get info is a method inside the subscriber schema. And then we got finding local subscribers. So we have the T subscriber, find local subscriber over here. And that, sorry, is called likely in a custom function inside the subscriber model. And this function presumably retrieves subscribers from the zip code or filters based on location. And then we have our error handlers over here. So the catch error is it just ensures that if anything goes wrong, like the database connection, the error is logged into the console. And then we have the closing the database connection over here. So the finally callback function over here that ensures that the database connection is closed after the execution, preventing lingering connections. And now I'm going to explain the main.js. So let's see something. So yeah, we are using strict that just ensures that modern JavaScript practice. And then we have express over there, and it is required for creating a web server. And then we have Mongoose over here, and it just handles the MongoDB interactions. And then we've got subscriber, and it is imported from the database model. And then the express app initialization over here. So the app express creates an express web server instance. Then we've got the MongoDB using async for vector error handling. So when the users in a sync function connect DB, that is for connecting to the MongoDB, and then it drives a connection logic to the try and the catch to handle errors. And if the connection fails, it will process and exit. And it also ensures that the app shuts down. And then we've got our middleware configurations. So we have the express URL encoded. So that over there passes the URL encoded data. And then we've got the express JSON, which passes JSON request bodies. Then we've got our sample data of the subscribers over here. So this is just an array for subscribers and it contains predefined subscriber objects like the name, the email, and the zip code. And then we have inserting subscribers like avoiding duplicates. So it fetches existing subscribers. I'm explaining this code over here. So it fetches existing subscriber emails and it uses a set to filter out duplicates before inserting, and if any new subscribers exist, it inserts them using the insert many function. And then ordered false allows MongoDB to set insert valid entries even if some fail and the database connection is closed afterwards to prevent issues. And then here we've got finding local subscribers. So it creates a new subscriber called John and it saves into the database await John.save over here. And then after that, it calls the John find local subscriber, likely a custom method in the subscriber to fetch a subscriber in the same zip code. And then over here, this just listens to where the app will be listed and it will log a message once the server is ran successfully. So when we start the server, we will see the console.log successfully connected to MongoDB. Let me find the console log. Yeah, it is. And that's easier than the try. And then we can see all the subscribers that were listed. Let me just get them. As we can see, Peter, Blaine, Katie, and Melissa, and John. And then when we go to the MongoDB compass, we can see all the data was parsed and all the names appear on my database. And that is about it for lesson 17. So we do have a Q&A, quick check. So our first one is, when you use promises with Mongo's queries, what should a query always return? When using promises with Mongoose, you should expect to get a promise as a result of a database query. Getting back a promise ensures that a result or an error can be handled appropriately without having to worry about timing issues with asynchronous queries. And then why do you need to require the database connection in Mongoose models into the REPL to test your code? So until you build views to interact with your database, REPL is a great tool to run CRUD applications on your web models. But you need to require the modules with which you'd like to test so that your REPL environment will know which database to save and which subscriber model you are creating. How do you distinguish between a model that's associated to one instance of another model versus many instances? So when defining a model schema, you can specify that model's relationship is one to many by wrapping the associated model in brackets. The brackets indicate an array of associated records. Without brackets, the association is one to one. And then lastly, why wouldn't you want to populate every associated model on every query? Populating every associated model on every query can lead to performance issues. And that is it for lesson 17. Thank you for watching.